Yeah, action and reaction from Anfield and the rest of the day's Premier League action to come. Welcome along, Asmir, Michael, Mark. Only one place to start, though. With less than 24 hours to go, Mark, the transfer window clock is ticking. About Manchester United, and we spoke about it a bit earlier. We're talking about this game between Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. The goalkeeper, the Villa goalkeeper, Emiliano Martínez, not in the squad at all for this game. I think we can hear, can we, from Unai Emery. This is what he had to say before the game when he was asked the question why Martínez was not in the squad.
Bisotto. Marco Bisotto.
Where is Martínez, though?
Marco Bisotto.
Will he be your future goalkeeper?
Marco Bisotto.
I've not seen that. So, two words, Mark. Marco Bisotto.
Marco Bisotto.
Where are we with Emiliano Martínez then? Because it looks pretty significant that he's not involved at all tonight.
Marco Bisotto. Marco Bisotto. I know you've had your questions. Thank you very much. Yeah.
He was nabbing me then. I was wondering what's happening here.
It amuses me when I see that kind of a situation. Juliet Farrington just trying to ask the questions that the Aston Villa fans want the answers to. This is a goalkeeper they've had a huge relationship with, who's been a big part of their success. He's had huge personal success as well in the game over the last few years. There's been all this speculation throughout the course of the summer. Is he going to Manchester United? Is he moving on? Is he going to be Villa's number one? And we're just trying to find out the answers for the fans. And we want to know what's going to happen. The fact that he's not involved with this Aston Villa side would suggest there is a possibility he could be heading to Old Trafford. We know that Manchester United are in the market for a goalkeeper. There's been a couple of names on their radar. What happens over the next 24 hours or so, we don't know. But I think it's very clear that Unai Emery has a new number one at Aston Villa, and that there is a chance that Emi Martínez ends up at Old Trafford.
Unai Emery has sounded frustrated for quite a few weeks now. One of usually the most mild-mannered, most friendly, warm managers I've had the pleasure of interviewing. You've interviewed him, Darmish, you've interviewed. But there's something about, he's not happy, is he? And it's not just about Emi Martínez.
I think there's a real frustration at Aston Villa because this is a football club that have very wealthy owners, huge ambition. They have a proud history of competing in European football and challenging at the sharp end. But they can't get to that table because of the PSR and FFP rules. And I think that's where the frustration comes. And you speak to anyone, you go into a football club, you build a good squad, you try and improve it, you try and compete, you try and get better every single season. But when you've got rules in place that stop you improving and selling your best players, it's almost like you're running through mud. What am I supposed to do? Or just reinvent the team every single summer? It's not possible. You can't just go and sign players, bring them in, and they're a brilliant replacement for the players we've just sold. And I think that's where the frustrations come from Unai Emery and from the Aston Villa fans.
Just on the goalkeeping situation at Manchester United, we are told that internal discussions at Manchester United over their next steps with regard to signing a goalkeeper are continuing. You mentioned the other option that they have. His name, Sané Lammens. He's from Royal Antwerp. Aston Villa, we think that they made an inquiry yesterday, but they haven't pursued it. And Emiliano Martínez, of course, is another player who United are interested in. We are told that both keepers are keen on a move to Old Trafford. Martínez has had other offers, but it's thought he is waiting on Manchester United. Now, one source has also told us that United have explored the conditions of a deal for Martínez while talks continue with Royal Antwerp over Lammens. So it's a case of trying to keep both pots boiling and then deciding which one they are going to go for, Manchester United, because Galatasaray also pushing for Sané Lammens as well. And United, as they have been practicing throughout this transfer window, they do not want to get embroiled into a bidding war. Both potential deals are, however, thought to be complicated. And so, given the time left in the window, there is still a chance, Asmir, that United won't sign a keeper before the deadline. If they do, and you were holding the purse strings at Manchester United, you were in the recruitment team at Manchester United, who would you go for, Martinez or Lammers?
Yeah, I think you have to go for Emiliano Martínez. I think they've had, a few issues in trying to replace David de Gea for quite some time now. They've tried different goalkeepers, different situations, and really gone for goalkeepers who are improving in the Premier League. So I think if you get the chance to sign an Emiliano Martínez, who's Premier League proven, been here for many years, played so many games at a high level, done incredibly well for Argentina, I think it would be that statement signing in that position that they really need. And I think he's one that can be there for the next few years and hopefully provide some stability, because it hasn't quite worked out for the goalkeepers that have come over the last few years.
Yeah, and we will be.
Manchester United planning to sign goalkeeper after trial at Carrington. Chelsea sign forward Garnacho from Manchester United. The 21-year-old has penned a 7-year contract with the Club World Cup champions. Chelsea have signed Argentine winger Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United on a 7-year contract, the Premier League club said on Saturday. A source close to United told Reuters on Thursday that United had agreed a deal worth £40 million, $54 million, with the Club World Cup champions. The 21-year-old Garnacho's sale value is the fourth largest for a United player after Cristiano Ronaldo, Romelu Lukaku, and Angel Di Maria. It's an incredible moment for my family and I to join this great club. I can't wait to get started, Garnacho said in a statement. I watched the Club World Cup, and to join the world champions is special. We're the best team in the world. It's amazing to be here, and I'm very happy. Garnacho, who scored 11 goals and provided 10 assists for United last season, made 144 appearances in all competitions for them, scoring 26 goals. The Argentina international was among 5 players seeking to exit the club this summer, along with Marcus Rashford, Antony, Tyrell Malacia, and Jadon Sancho. Rashford joined Barcelona on loan last month. Alejandro Garnacho speaks on joining Chelsea. Alejandro Garnacho has spoken about joining Chelsea. Garnacho has joined Chelsea on a deal which will keep him at the club until 2032. Garnacho joins Chelsea from Manchester United and was at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea's 2-0 win against Fulham. Speaking on Chelsea's website, here is what he had to say. It's an incredible moment for my family and I to join this great club. I can't wait to get started. I watched the Club World Cup, and to join the world champions is special. We're the best team in the world. It's amazing to be here, and I'm very happy.